Hi guys, thank you and welcome to my channel. My name is Anthony and it's my hope that you're fine. It's my hope that you're faring on well, and it's my hope that you have the courage to take on life each day as it comes. So today I'd like us to continue with the topics that we have been tackling. As we know, this is a channel that talks about the youth, that talks about the vision that we want for the Kenya that we want to see, and hopefully we shall walk this journey and we shall achieve our objectives. So today I'd like us to handle fear. I'd like us to talk about fear. Why do I think it is important to address the issue of fear? One, because these are not normal times, these are not ordinary times. And because of this reality, it calls for us to take extraordinary responsibility upon us, and this will require courage. So each one of us was born into this world to achieve a specific purpose. Your purpose gives you fulfillment. And just taking from my own life, the thing that I feared the most, I've come to understand that probably this is where my calling is in. Because now I'm talking about politics, not because I sat down and liked politics and chose to just come and start recording for the sake of it, but because circumstances have necessitated for me to speak up. And the more I'm speaking on these issues, the more I find them, like I have an understanding of what the problem is, and I also have solutions to some of the problems. But all my life, I've hated politics. I've hated politicians. I never wanted to associate myself with politics and politicians because the picture that I had of politics was that it's a dirty place. It's just there are no rules, and the people who are engaging in politics are despicable people, and they're just mannerless people, let me say that. So for the longest time I didn't want to muddy my name because of politics. But when I started having an interest in wanting just to walk in purpose, to live my life in purpose, I found myself navigating towards issues of politics. Plus, I kind of knew when I was growing up, because I always felt agitated by poor leadership. Whenever I would go somewhere and I would see issues such as probably poor healthcare infrastructure, that used to piss me off. Whenever I would see poor roads, whenever I would see wastage of funds, finances, resources, and just things that governments are supposed to do and they're not doing, those things used to irritate me a lot, and I never used to understand why. So the more they irritated me and the more I contrasted with the leadership that was there, the higher or the more the need to shun politics was in me. Little did I know that the reason why I'm feeling agitated is because I am called to bring a difference in the way politics is done. That is why I felt agitated. That is why I didn't like the brand of politics that was marred with violence and obscenities and theatrics, instead of focusing on main issues and agenda, things that people want addressed. So, as I sit here today, I am still in my journey of exploration. So when I tell you that our greatest inhibitor to your destiny, to you becoming who God wanted you to be or who God wants you to be, is fear. The thing that you fear, that thing that you're scared to venture into, that room that you don't want to enter, that thought that you don't want to think of, that is probably where your success is. That is why wherever you are, you're feeling like you're doing a thing, you're doing a job, but it's not satisfying you because you were never meant to fit into that position. You were meant to stand out and lead others because you were created differently. But because you have a fear of being judged, you have a fear of doing the wrong thing, you have a fear of making a misstep, and you fear that when you do something and you don't do it correctly, society will judge you. That fear will block you from fulfilling your greatest potential. So you become great by trying, okay? And one thing that I'm thankful, it has taken a while, but it has sunk in, is I don't fear failure. I never fear failure. Okay, I used to fear failure, but now I don't. It's because I've come to understand that for you to succeed, you must fail. You need to have a mindset that is willing to accept failure. But accepting failure is not the same as tolerating failure. So you can accept that, yes, I tried it this time, it failed, but what did I learn? So I'm going to try it next time with these lessons in mind. So each failure should be a curve, a learning curve to your potential, to building the person that you want to become. So you cannot become good at anything if there are no lessons that you have learned. And how do you learn lessons? By trying and failing. So you should be ready to embrace failure until you get it right. So once you have a willingness to embrace failure, then that threat of fear disappears from your mind. Because fear is a construct of the mind. It's an imagination of a worst case scenario. It has not happened, but your mind, because it has been conditioned to perceive danger, it creates an imaginary situation where something will happen. And that's not the case. You haven't tried to see that you will fail. So we judge ourselves harshly. We predict doom before even trying. So many of us fail at a thing before even we start because of the fear mentality. Look at everyone who has tried to become something and they succeeded. They just tried. Success does not have a blueprint. You try. So the more you try, the more you narrow down on what does not work and you focus on what works. You cannot know what does not work until you throw yourself in the ring, in the field. So as young leaders, I'm talking to young leaders, as young leaders, you need to try. That thing that your heart is pushing you to try, you need to step up and try. Believe in yourself. What's the worst that can happen? You can try and not succeed, then what? It hasn't made you worse off. You have gained experience, you have overcome something, you will have grown. So you do not fear growing because there is fear. No. You take a step and learn. You take a step and learn. At some point, the right opportunities are going to present themselves and you will become successful. So I'm speaking to young leaders out there because I know you're out there. Many of you are scared to try. You're scared because you are afraid of what people might say because you did not fail. You are scared because of society and what everyone will think. That's not your problem. That's not supposed to be in your mind. The reason why you want to try is because that vision was given to you, not them. You are the one who God gave the vision to fulfill a thing. If God wanted other people to do it, He would have given them the vision. Why did God give you the vision? Because He put inside you the capacity to fulfill the vision. So you trust God, you trust your instincts, and you go out. And you'll be surprised how easily things will happen. You'll be surprised how that fear thing was just an imagination of your mind. And don't believe what people tell you. Society has fed you with a lot of negative thoughts and negative thinking and negative, connotations about what success is. If you want to become this, you need this and you need that and you need this and you want to step up, you step up. The God will make a way for you when you walk in faith. I am a believer, and my Bible tells me that without faith you cannot please God. So faith means believing in the vision that was put in you and trusting that as I step out, I'm going to see where to step next. And as I believe in stepping, another door will be opened. So in life, you do not get to see the complete picture before you start the journey. You start the journey and the doors will open once you are in the process of the journey. That's how life works. So don't be afraid as a young person. Don't be discouraged. Do not look at other people because they are not you. They don't share your vision. It was not them who is called to do that thing. You believe you can be an MCA, you stand up, you vie for it. You believe you can be a member of parliament, you stand up, you vie for it. You believe you can be a governor, a senator, you believe you can vie for presidency, you stand up. Because we have been threatened so much with finances, finances this, finances that. No. There's what we call human capital. And human capital is far much more better than finances. People will fall in love with you because you have a vision. And where the vision is, the people will not fail. So, when you have a vision, find a way to describe your vision to the people. Find a way to communicate your vision to the people. Convince them of your vision. God makes ways. God makes ways in methods we cannot understand, we cannot fathom. God makes ways. You can come out and people will start volunteering. I will volunteer my PA system. I will do the posters for you. I will do your social media. I will do. So human capital is far much more valuable than just having resources. And this is a different election that we're heading to because the warfare is online. So you have an advantage over the oldies. These guys are not tech savvy. They don't understand how the internet works. So you can mobilize your people online. You have an advantage. The majority, the bulk of the electorate is young people. And how do you reach young people? Through social media. So you can mobilize, you can strategize, you can do the messaging, you can reach out, and you get your awareness out there, and you can win. I just need every young person who will see this to believe in themselves. Put that thing called fear to the side. Everyone is scared. Even the president is scared. No one wakes up and says, I'm confident I'm going to win. Everybody faces fear every day. The difference is we don't let fear define us. We don't let fear take over us. We don't let fear overcome us. So you feel the fear, but you still overcome it. You rise above it. Because it's a fear. It's a feeling. You can overcome that feeling. So you just believe in your capacity. Believe in the vision that you have. Put yourself out there. The rest leave to God. Okay? So, young people, do not be scared. Do not let this talk about finances and all these things get into your mind. You believe in your dream. Believe in yourself. You step out. You show interest. And buy. Because we need young leaders to step up in any capacity, in every position, whether in your workplace, whether in the political space, in every position in this country. We need to fill it with young people who will operate with integrity, who will follow the law, and who have value systems that they cherish. We want to be a country of law and order. We want to be a country that is admirable to live in. And we want to remove these corrupt people who have plundered this country to its knees. So we can only do that if there are alternative options presented to the masses, and these alternative options are you and me. So if we do not present ourselves, then who is supposed to come out? Because bad leaders, excel in a society because the good ones are silent. The good ones are not speaking. The good ones have not presented themselves. So we leave this opportunity for bad ones to thrive. So it's time to put a stop to that. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us to speak for our generation. It's time for us to preserve the future generation by making sure we have the right ideals in place to govern this country called Kenya. So don't fear. Fear will be there. Before you try every new thing, fear presents itself because it's an uncharted territory you're entering into. So yes, you will experience it, but do not let it overcome you. You rise above it and you do it regardless of that fear. Do it fearfully. Do it when you're still fearful. You'll understand when you get to the other side, you'll just see this fear was just a construct of the mind. It does not really affect anything. These were hypotheticals that your mind was constructing to block you from becoming who you're supposed to become. So I do hope that young people, we're going to step up. We're going to do the needful. Let not fear overtake you. You believe in yourself. You can do it. You have all it takes. You have the mind. You have the brain. You have the backing of the people. So we believe in ourselves and we're going to bring a change to this country. So that's where I will end it for today. That will be my parting shot. That young people, we have all it takes. Young people, we are enough. Young people, we will not be ruled by fear. And no one will sell fear to us. We are courageous because we are born to conquer. The Bible says we are more than conquerors. So when you approach that thing, see yourself as having already conquered it. So what you're just doing is undergoing the formalities for your conquest, okay, to be recognized. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, everyone who was taking the time to watch. I hope this video inspires you. I hope it nudges you forward. I hope it gives you the boldness to step up. And I hope that I will see more young people come out and occupy their spaces in this country. Okay? So like, share, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your circles, and people around you. And yeah, that's it. So God bless you. God bless Kenya. See you for the next video. Cheers.